Yo, what's going on, guys? Spectrum here. We're back again for week 2 of WCBL. This time we are facing CB of the Chicago Bewares and kind of bouncing. We're trying to bounce back from our week 1 loss, and CB is trying to bounce back from his week 1 loss as well. So basically, we're just trying to basically balance ourselves out. I did do a transaction since the last time we did it. I thought about it. I dropped Glaceon and I ended up picking up Rhydon, which I am bringing this match because it does phenomenally this matchup. And Rhydon overall helped us through majority of the season. How I wanted to make Glaceon work for this team, it just never came to be, unfortunately. So next time we'll try it, but unfortunately, no, not unfortunate. Now we get Rhydon, so Rhydon's gonna be a fun mod for me to use. So that's basically what's been going on. That's basically that. Kind of going over our matchup. His team consists of Mew, Primarina, Darmanitan, Flygon, which is a Z-move user, Escavalier, Ambipom, Mega Banette, Zapdos, Chestnut, Alolan Muck, and Alolan Ninetales. So, kind of looking over my matchup here, immediately I can already tell you Volcarona is going to plow through this team. Once I get rid of Alolan Muck and a little bit of chip on some other things I need. I mean, it does the same exact thing. So, immediately, first things first, the first thing I noticed is I love Psyduck in this match, which is obviously the first mon I immediately thought of because immediately Volcarona does not like Assault Vested Alolan Muck, which I will get to in a minute here. So immediately, pretty standard. I mean, just max because of Ambipom. I have to pretty much force to run Jolly. I couldn't speed creep anything. So that's just their standard Zygarde set of 1,000 Arrows, E-Speed, Zen Headbutt. I think I put that on there for something. I can't remember what I put it on there for, but I think I put Zen Headbutt on there for. I can't remember what I put it on there, but I put it on there for something. And Outrage. I'm never going to really click Zen Headbutt, obviously, but yeah, basically, it's just Outrage, 1,000 Arrows, and E-Speed spam, basically. So, Psyduck here is going to have a big matchup because this thing actually just plows through majority of his team. Whenever this thing doesn't plow through, you got Fire EMZ, Volcarona to basically beat whatever's left. With Fire EMZ, basically what this allows me to do, after I get a couple Stealth Rock switch-ins on said Alolan Muck, I can basically go into Volcarona at 78%, Fire EMZ at +1 with a Quiver Dance bops Alolan Muck. So basically Volcarona here just, like I said, decimates him. Because his fastest thing to outspeed me is Ambipom, and the thing that's taking hits is Alolan Muck. And obviously I have the appropriate counters for said mons. So basically Volcarona here, it's obvious win con. It's always the win con. Giga Drain, Bug Buzz, Fire Blast with Fire EMZ just to basically blow Muck out of the water. So with this coverage, obviously I can just run through his team. Again, kind of have to go max because of the fact that he has Mew. And Mew's kind of an annoyance for my team otherwise. So making its debut for the Hearthome Hoopas off the roster is Tornadus Therian. It is coming this week. So looking at my matchup, I was tossing up between Air Slash and Superpower, but ultimately I decided Superpower. This thing has a very important role. I will point this out right now. I forgot to make it shiny. There's that. This thing is very important this week. This is how I'm beating Specs Prima, because Specs Prima just kind of runs through my team. Basically, Tornty eats any hit, no matter what kind of hit it is. So Specs Pump does like 70 max, and then I click Knock Off, and Knock Off its Specs 100% of the time. So Specs Prima kind of runs through me. I have just enough speed on here to outspeed whatchamacallit, Ambipom, for like any choice mons. This amount of this attack here allows me to kill Ninetales, Babiri Berry, Alolan Ninetales after Stealth Rock damage with Iron Tail. Superpower is for the Ambipom, obviously. knockoff is to get rid of items, and U-turn from momentum, because I outspeed everything on his team before Scarfers. So Torn T here is going to be very, very important member this week. But I think I'm bringing the appropriate set, bringing like a pretty much fully physically based Torn. It's actually really smart. So, I mean, like I said, it has the momentum. It has like everything I need. I need to get the specs off Primarina. Once the specs are off Primarina, I can pretty much successfully beat the rest of his team down. So, that's that. Moving on here, we have Skuntank coming back after such a really good performance in week 1. Even though I had bad playing on my end. We are bringing Pepe back. Defog, Pursuit, Sucker Punch, and Poison Jab. Again, this might seem almost like similar to week 1, except I'm running Sucker over Crunch. But it's for good reason, because it's 2 weeks in a row I'm facing Prankstermons, and they're both weak to Skuntank, and they both just kind of lose. So Skuntank here has just enough to have a really good shot of living a Specs Primarina Moonblast, if I'm not mistaken. I EV'd it to live at least 1, if I need it to. Mega Bayonet is kind of a thorn in this team's side, but again, Skuntank here just does not care, so I could basically use Skuntank to my advantage to kind of beat Mega Bayonet. Kind of same thing I did with Whimsicott. It's just designed to basically beat any Mega Bayonet set ever. And basically, knowing that, I don't know if he's going to bring it, but still, this thing is a good matchup nonetheless. So, basically, this thing, again, is just here to keep the rocks off the field and just keep everything at bay, basically. Keep Mega Bane from being a thorn in my side. So, debuting is the Don, Rhydon. Now, Rhydon here is my rocker. This thing can basically come in a majority of this team. It beats any variant of Darmanitan at all. And with my EV spread here, I have EV'd this properly to take 3 Hidden Power Grasses from Zapdos. And Smackdown into Earthquake just nukes Zapdos. And with these two on the same team now, it kind of makes people think, oh, do I want to run HP Ice on Zapdos, or do I want to run HP Grass for Rhydon? Because they're both going to go and blah, blah, blah. So if he's HP Ice, I will literally just beat any variant of Zapdos by itself with this Rhydon. Because Smackdown into Earthquake just destroys him. And then Stealth Rocks obviously are super key, because they ensure some really nice KOs. Obviously with Volcarona, Tornadus, with a random Babiri Berry, Ninetales, Alola. So again, this thing is kind of important. This is a very important mon this week as well. Again, like I said, I EV'd this properly to take Darm fairly easily. It takes like Zapdos on actually pretty comfortably. Go figure. So, like I said, this thing is very important. These two actually paired together are nice, because obviously the quad weakness to ice and grass are nice, and they kind of, like I said, if he's running HP ice, then I know Rhydon can beat it. If he's running HP grass, then I know Zydog can beat it. So, that's kind of fun. So, basically, Rhydon here, super, super important win con. Well, not super, it's not a win con, it's just here for rocks and shenanigans. And then moving on, we have to bring Jack. This time I'm bringing Gourgeist Large, just because looking at the matchup, if he does randomly decide to bring Chestnut, then this thing just shuts it down automatically. No matter what it wants to try and do. I'll just shut it down. Gourgeist just shuts that shit down. And I think I have enough speed on this set to outspeed max speed, Adamant. I think it's Chestnut? I think it was max speed, Adamant, Chestnut I outspeed. In case like he's the random belly drum, so I can just burn it before it gets up a sub and so on and so forth. This thing's just basically here to kind of shut down like Ambipom and stuff like those. Like basically shut down any physical attacker, while also having enough speed to outspeed like giant threats like a random sub belly drum Chestnut, which otherwise would run through my entire soul. So basically, I haven't played my match yet. I think I'm playing it today with CB. So this is just kind of my early little team builder. Basically, like I said, this whole point of this week's matchup is set the game up to a point where Volcarona or Zydog, Volcarona or Zydog just basically plow through his team. Rhydon obviously can eat hits. Like, these 4 mons here are just the defensive backbones on this team. And then obviously I have my 2 huge hitters, and then this thing can also be a good like win con as well, depending on what he's bringing. So immediately I'm gonna tell you what I'm thinking he's gonna bring. He most certainly is bringing Darm, because outside of Rhydon I have no counters to it. He is bringing Darm. He is bringing Zapdos. I have a feeling he's going to bring Zapdos just because of Defog, and I don't think he's going to want to run defensive Mew if he does bring it. So Zapdos, he's going to bring Darm, he's going to bring Mega Banette because it's one of his only big counters. Alolan Muck, again, another counter of Volcarona is. I think he's going to bring both just because. So there's me 4. And then 5th, I think he's going to bring Primarina, which is obvious because it plows through me. And then obviously the last thing I think he's going to bring, which I don't know what he's going to bring last. I think he's going to bring Ambipom, because again, just because Volcarona is such a big problem for his team. Like, Fire EMZ actually just blows him away. Like I said, I very much I actually put a lot more prep into this match than I did versus Z, because I actually had the extra time. So with work and everything just killing me, so this is just ranting, I guess, at this point. Thank y'all for watching. I am very excited for my week 2 match, and let's hope I can cough out a W. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and thank y'all for watching. Peace.